Shira, I wanted to start out with your new upcoming book, China Has America by Its Throat, where you talk about the 90% model, how China builds capacity across different industries to dominate industries globally. I would love to understand where you saw this happening at the first instance and what inspired you to write this book.
So I have been in China for a long time. I have worked in China with 50 companies. I have been on the board of a large company. And I also coach people like the CEO of Baidu, these big names. So when you work inside, you get the insights what they are doing. It is here I saw one or two American companies that were good, but then their market share began to decline and their unit costs went up. And then they realized that they should get out of China and use other places as the hub for global strategy. Or they came to a point that they have to sell it to the Chinese partner. It is there I woke up and I said, there's the bigger phenomenon. Meanwhile, I have been studying China for almost since 1980s. And here I saw the motivations of the President Jiang, President Deng, President Ho, and then President Xi. And people have not fully aware. Their goal, fully announced, is to upend America and the West. Don't allow democracy. First in China, second around the world. It is Lenin's philosophy that the only way to govern a nation is autocratic, single person rule all the way down and have the people live with austerity. In doing that, President Ho formulated that we should not permit American ways in China. It will destroy the CCP, Chinese Communist Party. And they formulated that we really need to push America's superiority out. So they formulated 90% model that will destroy the American industrialization and you gain the strength of industrialization in China. And that is your path to victory over time to achieve the Lenin's goal. That's the fundamental part. Most of it is in Mandarin. A number of people now have it in English somewhere. So it is here then I begin to see the 90% model. The model is to run China as a company, like a General Electric, like a Tata's, like the Ambanis. And President Xi running that as a company. He allocates money, he puts the priorities, and he put the priority to destroy 10 industries in the West initially. He devalued the currency by 20%. In those industries, he gave all the help, money, etc., and take losses. So 90% model is this. Produce capacity in China equal to the world demand and 90% of it. So it's a hyperscale. And when you have a hyperscale, its marginal cost is very low. So you sell at the marginal cost. You incur losses, but you bring $1 trillion back into cash from the West. It's hard dollars, yen, euro, Australian dollars. And so this way he is making net profit for the nation. And you use that hard cash currency for military purposes, for buying technology, and keeping reserves. So we know he got 7.4 trillion in this period. 3.4 trillion, we know where it is. He bought gold. He has reserves of oil, food to do that and continue it until the industrial base is fully destroyed. If there is a war, then you cannot compete. So America incurred trade deficit with China close to 600 billion a year. And so Trump comes into the power and he makes people aware of it and then say the America's deficit from China must be eliminated. So this is how this war began in 2017. 21 to 25, Biden didn't do very much. Trump is back and is fully engaged.